This week on Channel 8 News, we'll take a look at Friday Night Cafe and wrap up the year with our SAC representative.
Your Channel 8 News starts now.
Thank you for tuning in to Channel 8 News. I'm Will Linder.
And I'm Hallie Cornelius.
On Wednesday, November 20th in the J.W. Jones Student Union, second floor living room is Take Back the Night. Join CARE for a night of support and strength as they bring awareness to domestic violence and sexual assault survivors. The night will consist of speakers, a candlelit vigil, and a short march around campus.
On Thursday, November 21st, in the J.W. Jones Student Union third floor meeting room D is Dare to Self-Care. Learn simple and quick ways to take care of yourself with a minimal cost. The session is open to all students, faculty, and staff.
When we come back, we'll take a look at some of the events happening around the Northwest campus. Don't go away.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. I'm Hallie Cornelius.
And I'm Will Linder.
Earlier in the week, I sat down with the Northwest SAC representative to talk about some more upcoming events happening around campus. Welcome back to what's happening on the Northwest campus. I'm your host, Hallie Cornelius, and with us we have SAC representative Kyle. Kyle, I have a bone to pick with you. You told me there was going to be a hot dog eating contest at the late night. But there was not.
Yeah, some things came up on the rec side of Late Night at the Rec. SAC partners with them, and that just kind of fell through. So unfortunately, there was no hot dog eating contest this year. It's something we want to try again for next year, maybe. People reacted really strongly to it. So we're going to try and find a way to make it happen in the near future.
Well, that did not happen. I know that the Black Bear concert did. How did that go for you guys?
We were really happy with the Black Bear concert. Events like that are a lot to put together. A lot of physical man hours go into things like building the stage and, working the concert, scanning tickets. I mean, there were a lot of people doing a lot of work over a course of, the 2 or 3 days of the concert weekend. And so we're glad that everything went smoothly, and we're glad to have it off of our backs, as much fun as it was. We had record attendance for the last couple of years, so that's always good. It was definitely a successful event for us. So,
how does this concert fare compare to past ones you've been to?
Well, I mean, I'll compare it to Bozzy, who was here last year. In terms of attendance, we had about 200 or 300 more tickets sold this year, which might come with the fact that Black Bear's had a couple of really big singles lately. So I think that brought a lot of people, a lot of people knew who Black Bear was and were excited to get to see him on campus. I think that we had an opener this year that I think was more popular than last year's opener. They were OBB. They're kind of like a boy pop. I would compare them to like the Jonas Brothers. And so personally, I was kind of worried that, we have this pop group and then Black Bear the rapper. I hope people are understanding of or are able to go back and forth between genres. And it worked. I think people really liked them. So I was glad that they came through and people enjoyed the opener too.
I heard you also got to meet him. How was that?
Yeah, that was fun. Black Bear's a cool guy. He was a little under the weather. I guess he just got back from a European tour, so maybe some combination of jet lag and sleep deprivation and all that kind of stuff. I mean, he still performed, which was really cool that he was still able to, go out and give his best when he was sick. So props to him for going out there.
That's really cool. Now, what are some of the other events you have coming up?
So SAC has one more event this semester. A poet named Patrick Roche will be in the living room of the Union in early December. And then after that, we're kind of focused on getting everything ready for next semester. We'll still have meetings for the rest of the school year until finals week where we can plan next semester. We'll hold elections for the organization to see who the new president is, the new, concert director, the new director of lectures, all that fun stuff. So SAC will kind of internalize and we'll work on building our organization for a little while until next year's events start up.
Okay, this is our last time speaking with you this semester. How can people get in touch with SAC?
SAC is super easy to get to be a part of. We meet every Thursday at 5 in the boardroom. Don't think just because you can't make those meetings you can't be a part of the organization. Join our email list, follow us on social media to figure out about events. Especially with next semester, we'll have a new executive team, like I said, new president and new directors. With it being a new team and a new year, this is a great way, make your New Year's resolution to get involved on campus and do it through SAC.
Okay, thank you for speaking with me today, Kyle. Now back to the studio. There are many ways to keep up with the SAC organization.
When we come back, we'll take a look at some more recent news and events. Don't go away.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. I'm Hallie Cornelius.
And I'm Will Linder.
Bradley Justice got the chance to check out Friday Night Cafe, comparing it to previous years.
On Friday, November 14th, the Northwest students studying dietetics, nutrition, and food management held their annual Friday Night Cafe. The event planning was a very focused and long process that started all week, with each manager choosing a dish to make with their employee and a role to fill for the 1-hour event. I have had the privilege to cover 3 different Friday Night Cafes in 3 different years. 2016 Friday Night Cafe was themed Italy and served food like beef and cheese stuffed shells, garlic roasted potatoes, and oven roasted vegetables, to name a few. In 2017, the theme of Friday Night Cafe was Caribbean. The instructor behind Friday Night Cafe is Karen Frum. Ms. Frum talks about the history of Friday Night Cafe and what she expects out of her students during the event.
It's been a long tradition here at Northwest with the dietetics. It's their last food service management course. 30% of their degree is food service management and food safety and sanitation. So for many years we do what's called the Friday Night Cafe. And so the students start researching, deciding what country or ethnicity that they want to learn about. And they do the research and then they build a menu. Some people that I tell them, some of the students, they're very quiet and don't have a voice, find their voice because they're in these groups and they're pushed and they're like, but I really like this and I want to do it. And then those that have a really loud voice have to learn to be quiet so that they can work in these group settings, because I teach them this is life.
This year's theme was South Korea, and Ms. Frum considers this a little more challenging, but also rewarding.
Because they're very unique in the cooking skills that require, would you say? I mean, they have grown immensely, the things they've learned, the vocabulary they've learned, how do you steam things, how do you do this, how do you do that, and I am so proud of them. They've really stepped up.
Friday Night Cafe is an event that is held every year with new students, new food, and new experiences.
The biggest thing I think I got out of this was just developing my leadership skills and management skills, especially with what I would want to look for in an employee. And as a future registered dietitian, I will most likely be managing a kitchen at some point somewhere, whether it's in a hospital or at a university. So just seeing the whole process of taking recipes for just a couple people, quantifying them for a large group, practicing food safety, just overlooking people, staying under a budget, all of that, using new equipment that we've never used before, just kind of getting that experience, that definitely helps. So just overall, a lot of learning and a lot of growth from that.
Last week I have lived up here, I have slept on that couch, I have slept in that office, at least until I would come in at 7 and I wouldn't leave until 8, 9 o'clock at night, so.
Well, before I took this class, I wasn't really that loud of a person. I kept my reservations about me. And with this assignment, I really learned to speak my voice and let others know my ideas and hopefully contribute quite a bit to the team.
Just everything else that goes into it, like the critical thinking skills, especially tonight. The night of your meal, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes, and the teamwork and the group effort that we had to do and the communication skills we learned. I'll definitely be using that in my last semester and in my career.
Friday Night Cafe is a great event for family, friends, and food enthusiasts alone to experience unique food while helping the dietetics students learn. This has been Bradley Justice reporting for Channel 8 News.
Thanks, Bradley. On Friday, November 22nd, the residence halls on campus close at 6 p.m. for Thanksgiving break. They will remain closed until Sunday, December 1st at 1 p.m. For those needing to stay over break, keep a look at your student email for more information.
Well, that's all the time we have for Channel 8 News.
For stories that matter to you, catch Channel 8 News every Monday through Thursday at 6:15 p.m. right here on KNWT Channel 8.
Amazing Things is up next. From all of us here at Channel 8 News, I'm Will Linder.
And I'm Hallie Cornelius. Have a great night and a good Thanksgiving.